Hey, what's going on, everybody? We got SummerSlam coming up in just a few short days on August 19th at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, the 25th anniversary of this great pay-per-view. Now, I know not every SummerSlam has lived up to the hype. We've had some good ones and we had some bad ones, but ladies and gentlemen, I think that this SummerSlam has potential to go down in history books as being one of the greatest that we've seen in a long time. So far, on paper, this looks like a good show. So far, we have 8 matches, 1 pre-show match, and 7 matches on the pay-per-view. And let's not waste any more time. You know what? Before I get to the predictions, I want to add one more thing about the whole pay-per-view in general. One of the great things about this pay-per-view is the fact that damn near every title is being represented and defended. The only title not being defended right now is the Divas Championship. Now, the WWE very well could add this match later on in the week, probably the day of the show, and I hope they do, because it would be great to see every title defended at this SummerSlam pay-per-view, and I really hope they add the Divas Championship match. But anyways, let's get to the pre-show match. We have the United States Championship being defended. Santino Marella defending the title against Antonio Cesaro. Let's face it, guys. Santino has been a horrible champion. He's been booked poorly as the United States Champion. And well, it's time for the belt to change hands. Antonio Cesaro, he's a legit dude. He's a great athlete. He has a lot of great moves. He looks like $1,000,000 and he looks like a champion. So I'm going to pick Antonio Cesaro to win the United States Championship in the pre-show match. And I hope this match gets about 10 to 15 minutes. I think that would be a great amount of time. And I certainly hope Antonio Cesaro picks up the win and wins the United States gold. All right, next up, we've got the WWE Tag Team Championships being defended. We've got Kofi Kingston and R-Truth defending the titles against the Primetime Players. I love the Primetime Players. I think they are a fantastic tag team. I love their look. I love their moveset. I love everything about them. It sucks that AEW is no longer with them, but that's all good. I still think they will be a legit threat in the tag team scene. And I think it's time for Kofi and R-Truth to give those titles to Primetime Players. They've had the titles for about 4 months now, and I think it's time for the Primetime Players to take over the tag team throne. The tag team division is being rebuilt right now. Slowly but surely it's getting better, and I think it's time to see some new guys as the champions, and I really hope to see the Primetime Players defeat Kofi and R-Truth at SummerSlam. Okay, let's talk about the IC Championship match. The Intercontinental title being defended. The Miz defending the title against Rey Mysterio. This match has been thrown together, I guess, but it's still cool to see the IC title being defended at SummerSlam. You know, I don't see Rey Mysterio winning the match, or at least I don't see him winning the IC gold. You know, The Miz just got this title a few short weeks ago. He hasn't even had the title for a full month yet, and I would hate to see him lose the title after just getting it. So I think The Miz will retain. He might not win the match per se, but he definitely won't lose the title. So I'm going to pick The Miz to regain, and I'm going to pick him to win the match as well. This very well could be a good match, though. Rey Mysterio and The Miz, I think they've had decent matches in the past, so I'm hoping for a good match between these two guys. Next up, we have Kane and Daniel Bryan. Now, I've really been thinking hard and long about this match. I've been scratching my head, and I really don't know who to pick. I want to pick Daniel Bryan, but the way he's been booked as of late, he just hasn't been winning. He has to get a win eventually, but I just don't see it happening at SummerSlam. I think Kane will get the win, and I think this is going to infuriate Daniel Bryan even more. And I think this will play into effect with the WWE title match that's going to be later on in the night. But I'm going to get to that later on in the prediction video. I think Kane will walk into SummerSlam, and I think he will pick up the win against Daniel Bryan. I think this will be a pretty good match, or at least I hope it is. Kane and Daniel Bryan, they're pretty good workers, and I think they'll be able to put on a really good match. Okay, next up, I think we're going to see the match of the night between these two guys. JERICHO and ZIGGLER. Holy cow, these guys are going to tear the roof off this place. Jericho has finally went back to being a good guy. He's Y2J. He's the Ayatollah of rock and roll. Dolph Ziggler, he's a great worker, just like Jericho. These two guys are fantastic on every angle you look at them. And Ziggler picked up a big win this past Monday night on Raw with the triple threat match against The Miz and Jericho. And, he got that win on Monday. And I think that's going to, result with him losing this Sunday at SummerSlam. I think Jericho will get the win. But you know what? It doesn't really matter, though. It doesn't matter who wins this match because I'll be happy with either of these guys winning. And it doesn't matter anyways because it's going to be a great match regardless of who wins. I hope Vicky Guerrero stays out of the match, though. I hope she doesn't put her nose into the match, but I'm sure that's going to happen regardless of what I want. But I still think Jericho's going to win. Ziggler has been getting the upper hand a lot as of late, and it's time for Jericho to get his revenge. He's going to show that he can still win the big one. He's going to get the win over Ziggler. Next up, the WWE titles being defended in a triple threat. CM Punk, John Cena, and The Big Show. I'm not saying this is going to be a horrible match, but, it'll be okay. It'll be an okay match. Now, I want Punk to win. I want him to retain the championship, that's for sure, because I want Punk to have at least a year-long title reign, and he has to get through SummerSlam in order for that to happen. So I'm going to pick CM Punk to retain the gold. Now, I said earlier that Daniel Bryan is going to lose against Kane, and that's going to make Daniel Bryan highly pissed off. And I think that he's going to play a part with this WWE Championship match. We all know that he's been wanting to be in the match. Of course, AJ won't let him in the match, so I'm thinking that he's going to help Punk win the title, or help him retain the title, I should say. And I'm not sure how that's going to play out, but I think it will happen. Daniel Bryan is going to play a part in this match some way, shape, form, or fashion. And it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out, but I'm picking Punk to retain the title. Next up, the World Heavyweight Championship match is on the line. The World Heavyweight Championship is on the line, that's for sure. We got the World Heavyweight Championship match with Sheamus and Alberto Del Rio. Sheamus defending against Alberto Del Rio. Now, the match was canceled, I believe, this past Friday's night on SmackDown. But I'm sure the match will be put back on the pay-per-view. I'm sure of that. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a prediction. I think Sheamus will retain. I don't see ADR winning the title. He very well could, but I just don't think ADR is going to make for a great champion. I don't really like his talking ability. Nothing against ADR. He's a great athlete. He's a great worker. I just don't see him as being a great champion, His World Heavyweight Championship reign was very lackluster. The last time he had it, or the WWE Championship, I should say. And I just don't see him winning. Sheamus won the title back at WrestleMania. Now, I will say this. Their feud has been very good, I think. And I've enjoyed it. But I still think Sheamus will retain the title at SummerSlam. Now, we get to the main event, the bread and butter of the pay-per-view. Triple H and Brock Lesnar going one-on-one. Talk about a crazy little feud here. Shawn Michaels got involved. He got attacked by Brock Lesnar. First, Brock Lesnar breaks Triple H's arm. Then he breaks Shawn Michaels' arm. Of course, this is all kayfabe, guys. It's not real. But, yeah, Brock Lesnar has been really doing some damage as of late. And I really hope that these guys tear the house down. Now, we all know, just like Paul Heyman said, this is not going to be a wrestling match. This is not going to be a sports entertainment match. It's going to be a knockdown, drag-out fight. And I want to see these guys tear each other up limb from limb. And I don't want to see an Extreme Rules match with John Cena and Brock Lesnar like we saw at Extreme Rules. That was a good match, but it was just too one-sided. Brock Lesnar just destroyed Cena the whole match, and then out of nowhere, Cena wins. So I want to see more of a back and forth match. I want to see the same style, but I want to see more back and forth. And another thing, I don't want to see Brock Lesnar lose his first two matches back in the WWE. I can understand Cena beating Brock Lesnar. I get that, and I've come to terms with that, and I'm okay with that. But I don't want to see him get defeated by Triple H. I mean, what is that going to prove? Triple H has already done everything. I mean, hell, he's the COO. That obviously means that he's done everything that he possibly can in the WWE. So having him beat Brock Lesnar isn't going to prove anything. The only thing it's going to do is get revenge, but you know, who cares about revenge? Brock Lesnar needs to go in there and he needs to get a win against Triple H. That's for damn sure. I know Triple H wants to go in there and avenge Shawn Michaels and avenge his family and all that, but screw all that. I want to see Brock Lesnar destroy Triple H. I'm going to pick Brock Lesnar to win, even though I know I shouldn't, because I'm sure Triple H will get the win. But I'm just hoping that the WWE does the right thing and lets Brock go over Triple H. That right there would be epic. And that's it. Those are the predictions. Let me know in the comments below who you want to win, who you want to lose. You know, let me know in the comments below. I'm goldizzy. Peace out, everybody.